Hey everybody, it's Megan with you, and I'm so excited to be finishing up a project I started last year. It's my daughter's Best of 2018 notebook, and I am finishing off the month that I have forgotten, which is November. I'm working with the Ellie Studio December 2019 kit, which has some beautiful colors. I'm using the Ellie Studio Home Sweet Home paper stack. You can see the white pattern at the top and yellow pattern at the bottom there. And then I have grabbed the Amy Tangerine washi tape. It's so beautiful, and it really coordinates perfectly with this kit. Now I'm doing something really fun with the photo on the left. I want to put my journaling underneath of it, and so to be able to read that journaling, I have to make kind of a flip up on this photo. So I've just cut one of the tags from the Ellie Studio kit with that cool royal blue pattern, and I am adhering that to the back side of my photo, to the front side of my photo, I should say. And then I'm going to go in here and grab my X-Acto knife to kind of get that adhesive apart on the side. Of course, I always go ahead and adhere that pattern paper down before I have ideas like these, but it's an easy fix with an X-Acto knife. And then I'm going to slide that little flip right there on the side, making sure that I leave enough room for that to flip over the page very easily. So there we go. So that's one really fun thing you can do with your traveler's notebooks, to just get an extra layer in there. Because you're working with less space, you kind of have to get a little bit creative. So the reason why I wanted that journaling tag was because I love the colors on it. And I went ahead and added my journaling with my printer. And the colors there, the purple, the blue, the teal, the green, the yellow, are going to go all over this page. I'm going to use those in embellishments. I'm already using some blue down there at the bottom on that other journaling tag. So if you've missed what I've been doing, I'm going to walk you through the whole Traveler's Notebook, but every month I document one or two of the most special moments that my daughter has had from the month. And I pretty much just go through my photos and just pick out two of the best moments. So on the left is my daughter having her first manicure, which was pretty exciting. And on the right, it was a walk at a local state park with our best friends and our goddaughters, so we really enjoyed that. And right now what I'm doing is adding some of the die cuts from the Ellie Studio December kit, which are awesome because I already know they're going to coordinate just perfectly. So little hearts, the treasuring this. So here's the Amy Tangerine collection that I'm using. This is Slice of Life, and it has these beautiful fall colors which match so perfectly with the Ellie Studio kit that I'm working with. It has some really, really fun embellishments. But these little wood veneers I have used throughout my album, and I'm going to go back and add them to the pages that I kind of had forgotten about. But I want to make sure my title goes at the bottom left, so I'm kind of placing that wood veneer down there just so I almost as a placeholder, so I know where to put other things like this sparkly Explore puffy sticker, and it's not too thick to where I have to worry about my book not being able to close. So the book is already pretty thick as it is. I'm probably going to have to make something to keep it closed, like something pretty, like buy some pretty elastic and tie it together to keep it closed. So I'm not too worried about thickness at this point. I like that blue on the top because there I've created a nice visual triangle of three blue areas. So I'm putting that tab there at the top. Now the Amy Tangerine puffy stickers have some leaves in them, so that's perfect for this right side of the page. And if I don't have leaves on the left side because it has nothing to do with her getting her manicure, that's totally fine to me. I have the green color on the left side to kind of balance out those pretty leaves. So I'm just looking on the sticker sheets and other embellishments here to see what I can add. And I really like that triangle of leaves there, 2 puppies and 1 cardstock sticker. I'm just flipping through the sticker book to see what kinds of other stickers I can add, and these are sparkly again, but they're not thick. So I'm just seeing if this perfect one would work there, but I think it would kind of cut it off when you fold the picture over, and it would be a bit too much if I put it at the top. I like the yay word there, so I'm going to put that right there. It's like a little surprise underneath the picture. Pretty fun. And then this camera is really, really cute too. So I'm just going to kind of place that there. I might move that. And these don't stick down all the way right away, so I'll have time to move that and make a different decision if I want to. So on that one, I'm going to put the month. I also have these everyday labels, puffy labels from LA Studio. And that's another good thing to add some more blue up here that says, "This makes me smile." And I'm going to go ahead and stick that cute heart down. It fits perfectly on that photo. A little sparkly heart up there to balance that off. So down here, I am using my Title Builder Volume 4 stamp to stamp the word memories. Now, stamping in Traveler's Notebooks can be pretty tricky because it's already in the notebook and it's really curved. And if I would have had the foresight to decide that I wanted to do this beforehand, I would have not adhered my yellow paper. But as it is, I already have adhered it and it's really stuck down, so it's not coming up. So what I'm doing is putting a mat behind the page, and I'm going to kind of roll the image, which means I'm going to roll it from left to right to make sure that it really gets a good stamped image on there. Then I'm going to add the November wood veneer word to the left so that it says November Memories. Simple and easy title. And I love that you can use Title Builder stamps with any other products to make a title. So you can use them on their own or with any other products to kind of enhance the title making possibilities there. So I'm going to move that camera down a little bit so that it sits on top of my title. So fun. I really love the way this is looking already, and I'm just seeing if there's anything else that I need to add here. But I'm really loving the way this page looks as it is, and it feels pretty full, and it still feels like I have plenty of white space there, so I think I'm going to go with this. I just added that blue tab at the top and a couple of acorns. I have a lot of awesome textures going on here, some cardstock, some puffy, some sparkly with a lot of texture, washi tape. So that really kind of makes this spread for me. It may just be one of my favorites in the album. Really, really love it. And I love how the LA Studio Kit and the Amy Tangerine Collection go together so well to make this really beautiful. So be sure to check out all of the products I use to create the spread in my video notes. And I want to show you the rest of the album because a lot of you have been asking to see this album once it's all complete. So here's the page that I just completed. You guys just watched me do that, and I like to use a bone folder to make sure those papers are kind of down in that groove. What I'm going to do before I show you the rest of the entire album is to add my wood veneer calendar words to the pages where they're missing, because I want to have these throughout my entire album to kind of link up the pages together. I used different product throughout this entire album. I started out with kind of using the American Crafts Traveler's Notebook products, which I love, and then I kind of switched to using some LA Studio product, and I want it to have something that carries through the entire book, and these are going to be it. Now, I also like to go through when I'm all the way done at the end and decide what kind of looks amiss to me, what is missing. And on this page, what I think is missing is some extra color and something a bit more interesting to mark off where I put that background patterned paper with the white notebook. So I'm just adding some of that Amy Tangerine washi tape that's already out on my desk, and look how beautifully it coordinates. And I'm adding the hearts at the top, which is perfect, just using my X-Acto knife to trim that off so that I don't have to cut it perfectly. And then I'm going to use a darker washi tape at the bottom to add a bit more weight to the base. So I'm just having a look at what washi's I have available that I want to use. I'd like to stick with what's on my desk, but I do have a lot of washi tape, so I could always choose something different. So I decided to go with that pretty purple, and that's also from the same washi tape stack. And I think that just adds something to the page. It just finishes it off nicely. So for April, I don't have a word on there, the wood veneer word, so I'm going to add that right there on top of the butterfly sticker. It's quite nice that I have spaces for these. I'm using a really great glue from Scrapbook Adhesives by 3L to adhere these guys on. Just trying to find a place for May. This one's pretty full. And I cannot pull off that heart without ripping the page, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put it right there next to the wow sticker. And it actually works quite well because it really highlights that photo on the right. This one's pretty easy. It looks great down here on the left on that wood veneer pattern paper. So a bit of color blocking there. Perfect. And I also realized that on this one I forgot to add any journaling, which is just not okay for me because if I don't journal about it, she won't remember about it. So I've grabbed these bright labels from LE Studio, and I love using labels in my traveler's notebooks because they add color, they add a little bit of fun and interest, and I'm going to put them on top of each other just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere the purple and the green together. I'm going to put that in my scanner just so I can see how much room I have to add my journaling. And pop that in my scanner and add my journaling in Photoshop and get that printed out. So there's my journaling all done and typed up. So that worked out really well. And on the bottom one, I just added the date. Easy breezy. I also feel like this page needs something a bit more. Okay, so what I decided this page needs was some shapes, and some big shapes that come in the form of acetate shapes. And I had some awesome ones from LE Studio in my stash, so I've grabbed them out. There are big hearts and stars, and they're just kind of perfect when you don't want to cover up a lot of things, but you want to add something just a little bit less jarring, I guess I should say. So I'm grabbing a yellow one and adding that with a tiny attacher up there. I just realized I need to change the color of my tiny attachers because I just did one with blue, and obviously I'm not using blue at all. So I'm grabbing some bright pink tiny attachers for this page, and I'm going to attach that green one over top of my journaling. And this is what I love about acetate shapes. You can put them over journaling, you can put them over pictures, and you can still see the picture. So I'm just going to add 3. So another one here, and so I don't have to go through the back side of the page on my traveler's notebook. I'm stapling it directly to the photo. So I think that's what that page needed there at the end. Okay, so let's show you this entire album. It starts out with my daughter's 5th birthday in January, and then it goes on to her first snow day. I did 2 entries for January. In February, she had an awesome day at the zoo with her 2 besties, and then projects and Easter in March. Lots of fun stuff happening. Well, Easter parties in March, I should say. April brought actually Easter, which I just love that spread. And then May, Memorial Day weekend. June, a trip to Mexico. I forgot July. That's okay. I'm going to get over it. So another June spread from my brother's wedding. August, our trip to the UK. September, an awesome time at the museum. October, of course, it's Halloween, which is always our favorite holiday of the year. So I had to do an awesome spread for that one. You guys saw me create November, and then December is always Disney and Christmas. So I really appreciate you guys hanging around to watch how I finished off her 2018 album. Now that it is completely done, it will go to her. I will make something to keep it closed and it will go on her shelf, so it belongs to her now. I'm working on 2019 and 2020 this year so I can be caught up, and I'm pretty much doing it in the same way, and I'm really excited about it. So be sure to subscribe to my feed to see more Traveler's Notebook videos. Thanks so much for watching, and happy creating.